I love decorating with candles, but real flames are not always practical, and I don't like worrying about batteries or plugs all the time. So how about a truly flameless candle that doubles as a gift box? Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer Maker, and it's a beautiful day to make fun gift boxes that look like real candles. My paper candle box designs are awesome for birthdays, Christmas decorations, or thoughtful gifts. Today, I'll show you how to make them into a menorah for Hanukkah. These make the perfect menorah because each candle opens, revealing space inside for a small treat or gift, one for each night of Hanukkah. A menorah traditionally has 9 candles. 8 are the same size, and the tall one, called the shamash, goes in the middle. You can use these same steps to create a single candle, of course, or any number of candles you want. We'll use cardstock, a cutting machine, and some magnets so you can light the flame or blow it out, along with some craft glue and hot glue. Want to adjust the height of your candles and make a set of candle boxes in multiple varying heights? Stick around to see how you can learn to make a candle in any height you like. For a full list of tools and supplies, plus links to everything in my materials list, head on over to my blog at jennifermaker.com/693. That's also where you'll find written instructions with helpful photos and tips. So, are you ready to learn how to make candle boxes? Let me show you where to get the free patterns and files, and then we'll get started. Step 1. Get my free candle box designs. First, download my designs at jennifermaker.com/693. You can either download right from that link by saving the project, or download from my entire free design collection. To find it, look for Libraries in the red bar at the top, and then click either Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. Search the page for design number 693, and click the link to download the designs. If you're not sure how to download zip files, go to jennifermaker.com/svgs. Inside the download, you'll find an SVG folder, which has 3 designs: a short candle, a tall candle, and an optional base. For each design, there's a score and a no-score version, so you don't have to have a scoring tool to do this project. And the For Joy Users folder contains versions sized to cut with a original Cricut Joy cutting machine. There are DXF versions of the files if your cutting machine uses those too, as well as a PDF with templates that you can use to cut the candle box pieces by hand. Step 2. Prepare and cut your candle boxes. First, we'll make the tall shamash candle. I'll use the score version of this. Ungroup the design because the file will be uploaded grouped by default. Then drag the pieces apart. In the Layers panel, click the arrows to expand any layer groups. Do you want to change the colors to match your materials? I'll select one of the pieces that make up the body of the candle in the Layers panel. Select just the colored layer. Then choose a different color in the color box. I'll pick white to match my white shimmer cardstock. Do the same with the other candle body pieces if you like. This piece doesn't have a layer group, so just select it and change its color if you want. I still have this drippy candle wax piece, which is a different color. I want to cut it from white glitter cardstock, but if I turn it white like the other pieces, my cutting machine will think I want to cut it on the same mat. So instead, I'll change it to a gray to tell my Cricut to cut it on a different mat with a different material. Now let's set our score lines. Click to select the top layer in the first group, which looks like black lines. Under Operation, select Score. Click the topmost layer to select both layers underneath, and then click Attach to attach the score line to its cut layer. Repeat these steps on the remaining 11 layer groups with the score lines. And by the way, if all of this seems like too much to you, or you just don't want to do this, simply use the no score version of this file instead. So for either one, you'll want to now select everything and click Group to group the tall candle, and then click the eye icon to hide it for now. And then upload the short candle SVG and ungroup it, and drag the pieces apart. Next, in the Layers panel, click the arrows to expand any layer groups just like we did with a tall candle. Now I'm still using the score version, but this time I'll show you a shortcut. Instead of setting the score lines one at a time, I'll first select all of the layers that we want to change in the Layers panel. To do this, I'll hold down the Shift key as I click on each one, and then change them all at once. Drag a bounding box around the entire short candle design and group it. Then duplicate it until you have 4 sets, one for each color you want to make. I'll leave the first group this shade of blue, and then click on the second copy and ungroup it first. And just like the tall candle, I'll open their layer groups and change the colored pieces to different colors. I'll choose shades of blue to match my materials. And I'll change the drips to gray to match the tall candle. I want 2 candles of each color, so once everything is attached, I'll drag a bounding box around each shade of blue to group them again, and then I'll duplicate each one until I have 4 pairs. Now I'm going to group all of my small candles and hide them for now. But before I do, I'll name the group to keep track of everything. I'll do the same with the tall candle group. To make the optional base, upload the base SVG. Ungroup it and drag the pieces apart. Change the base's color if you want. I have silver glitter cardstock I want to use for the base, so I'll open each layer group and change the colored pieces to a different gray than the white glitter cardstock wax pieces. And if you're using the score version, be sure to set and attach the score lines. And that's it. Now everything is ready to cut. Make sure the correct machine is selected in the top right, and then click Make. On the Prepare screen, make sure your material size matches each type of mat and material you're using. My first 3 mats are already set correctly to match my materials, but my 4th mat is white shimmer cardstock, which I have in an 8.5 by 11 inch size. So I'll change the material size to match. I'll cut my orange and yellow from 4 by 6 inch cardstock, so I'll change the material size on those mats to 4 inches by 6 inches. My other mats use 12 by 12 inch material, so those are already set correctly. Select the first mat so your Cricut knows to cut it first, and then click Continue. My first mat will use white glitter cardstock, so I'll search for the glitter cardstock setting, then choose More Pressure for a cleaner cut. If you're using a scoring tool, look under Load Tools and Material, and make sure the correct one is selected. If it's not, click Edit Tools and select the scoring tool you're using. Place the material face up on a green standard grip machine mat to match your screen, and use a brayer to secure it down. That will help you get even better cuts. Check that your fine point blade is clean and in the clamp, and then press the flashing button to load your mat into your Cricut. When that's done, press the flashing middle button to begin cutting. If you have any issues with your cuts, go to jennifermaker.com/cleanercuts for tips and tricks. Once the cuts are complete, unload your mat and peel it away from the cardstock. Continue on cutting your other mats. I use the medium cardstock setting for my shimmer, plain, and foil cardstock with more pressure. Place each candle's pieces in its own pile to keep them organized. Step 3. Assemble your candle boxes. Each candle has a large rectangular piece for the body, 2 base or lid pieces with tabs, a small circular piece with a slit, and 4 large flame pieces, 4 small flame pieces, a flame support piece, and a drippy wax piece. Fold one of the smaller almond-shaped flame pieces inward along its crease. Then do the same with a large flame. On the larger flame piece, apply a small line of craft glue along the end of about 1/3 of the inside crease. Grab the smaller one and align the folds and bottom tips. Then hold them to set. Repeat with the rest of the flame pieces. Flip one flame over to the back and then apply craft glue to 1/2. Position another flame so both small accents are at the bottom. Press and hold the back halves of the pieces together. Repeat these steps with 2 more flames. Now take the flame support piece and fold it in half along the crease so the pretty side faces out. Add glue to 1/2, but leave the rectangular tab at the end unglued. Press the halves together until the glue sets. Fold back the rectangular tabs in opposite directions along their creases. Apply glue to the back of one flame assembly. Line up the bottom point to the flame piece with the crease on one side of the flame support piece, then press it into the glue. Now apply some glue to the exposed side of the flame support piece, again avoiding the rectangular tab. Grab the other assembled flame piece and press it onto the glue, making sure the edges align. Grab the small circular piece with the slit in the middle. With the circle pretty side up, hold the rectangular tabs from the flame support piece together and insert them down through the slit. Apply glue to the pretty side of the tabs. Then fold them up and press them against the circle to set. Grab 2 magnets and test them to make sure they attract. Peel the backing off one and press the sticky side onto the bottom of the circle piece over the glued tabs. Grab the 2 candle base pieces with 8 tabs each. The larger one is part of the candle box's lid, and a smaller one is the bottom. We'll use the smaller one first. Fold the tabs inward along their crease lines. Now grab the large rectangular candle body piece and fold inward on each crease. Fold the 4 tabs at the end of the candle body piece inward in the same direction as the other folds. Now grab the smaller piece for the bottom of the candle. Apply glue to the outside of one tab. On the candle body piece, starting at the end without tabs, press the base piece's glued tab onto the bottom of the first folded panel. Make sure the folded edge of the base is flush with the bottom edge of the panel. Press and hold them until the glue sets. Attach the remaining tabs on the base to the rest of the panels on the candle body. The last few tabs may be a little difficult to attach as the candle takes shape. Use the end of your scoring stylus or a pencil to reach inside to press them into place. On the candle body, add craft glue to the outside of each tab. Press the tabs into place on the inside of the candle. Make sure the creases in the tabs align with the other side's straight edge. The tabs at the bottom are hard for me to reach, so I'll use the end of my scoring stylus again. For the lid, grab the larger base piece and fold its tabs inward. Apply craft glue to the outside of a tab. Grab the drippy wax piece and, with the drips in the same direction as the tabs and the pretty side facing out, press one end into the glued tab. Make sure the crease on the base's tab is aligned with the top, straight edge of the wax piece. Hold the pieces together until the glue sets. Work your way around to attach the remaining tabs. When you get to the last tab, tuck the end of the wax piece underneath its first end. I'm using heavier glitter cardstock for the wax piece, so I'll use hot glue to ensure it stays adhered to the base. Plug in your glue gun and put on hot glue finger protectors. Apply a strip of hot glue to the very end of the wax piece. Then press to adhere it to the first end. Hold it until the glue sets. Grab the magnet you set aside earlier. Press its sticky side down onto the inside of the lid to adhere it well. Finally, turn the lid over and slide it onto the candle body. Now, simply place the magnetic flame piece on top of the lid to light the candle, and just pull the flame off to blow it out. Step 4. Assemble the optional base. The menorah base is in 3 pieces. The 2 end pieces each have 3 flaps, and the middle piece has 2. Fold the flaps on each piece down along the creases. On the 2 end pieces, fold the shorter tabs on the end pieces inward. If you're using plain cardstock, craft glue is just fine. But since I'm using heavier glitter cardstock for the base, I'll use hot glue. Put on your hot glue finger protectors and apply some to the outside of each tab. Then press it into place on the back or the adjacent flap. Repeat these steps for each corner on both side base pieces. Grab each end piece and slide the open ends underneath the middle piece. I'll leave my base pieces unattached for easier storage, but you can attach them together with lines of glue where the pieces overlap if you like. Insert the candles into the base to complete your beautiful candle box menorah. Step 5. Show it off. I just love how my menorah full of candle boxes turned out. All you have to do is add a flame to light your candle. Step 6. Customize it. If you want to make a custom-sized candle gift box, I can show you how to do that in a special program called Advance over at jennifermaker.com/advance. You can create a whole candle arrangement with different heights. The Advance program is designed to advance your crafting skills by showing you how to transform these popular designs into unique and special creations using my special templates and workshops. As a member, you'll also gain early access to my extensive library of designs, projects, and resources. Plus, we host fun monthly challenges to inspire your creativity. Enrollment may or may not be open when you see this, but if you're interested, go to jennifermaker.com/advance to learn more and see how it all works. Aren't these just so fun? I just love how you can hide treats inside or little gifts, and how they're so much safer than lit candles, and they require no electricity. Fill them up with a gift for each night of Hanukkah, or put cash, candy, or other surprises inside for birthdays, special events, whatever you want. Now, if you want a version that uses light-up LED candles instead of a paper flame, I have that too. Just check out my 3D paper candle tutorial at jennifermaker.com/181. And if you want to learn how to create a candle box in your choice of size, you totally can do that. Remember to visit jennifermaker.com/advance for more information. And if you want to try your hand at making candle boxes like these, I love to make that easier for you. I host monthly Cricut machine giveaways on my blog, so come on over and enter. You can get all of the details at jennifermaker.com/Cricut giveaway. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.